Anime fans, listen to me good, listen to me loud, listen to me clearly, bump me up in your headphones or whatever the hell. Y'all are never gonna be free, bro. I'm just gonna be real. Y'all will never have the eternal freedom. You will never break through the shackles of bad video games. Anime games are finna suck forever. I'm gonna tell you why. So the reason why I got inspired to make this video is mainly because I dropped this video, Jujutsu Kaisen Cursed Clashes in Trouble. You guys can go ahead and watch that video to know, a little bit more of my opinions on the new Jujutsu Kaisen anime arena fighter. But just to save you some time, they weren't very positive. I'm not gonna lie. That game does not look very good to me. And in the replies in that video, and not only there, but on Twitter and things like that, and I see people like talking on Reddit and all that shit. There's a subset, a group of people that are excited for this game, and there's nothing wrong with that. If what you saw in the game genuinely looks good to you, cool, whatever. Like, you play whatever you want to play and don't listen to no hating ass like grumpy old man like myself. However, that being said, you clicked on a grumpy old man's video, so a grumpy old man finna be a grumpy old man type shit. Look, the fact of the matter is that anime games are terrible. Like, through and through, if an anime game is coming out, it is way more of a shock that the game is even okay. You feel me? Like, I think that's why, like, I feel like anime game fans and like Sonic game fans are like kind of similar. Where like if the game like functions and like operates at the very bare minimum base level, it will get its dick ridden by the community type shit. You feel me? Whereas I feel like if these same standards were held to other games or other properties, it wouldn't really fly like that. Like, I think that anime games like just really get by off of the licenses that they've purchased to make these games. And I made an entire video that goes more in depth on it on my other channel. It's just OmegaPro. You can look at why anime games suck. You'll probably find it. I went in depth as to the many different reasons as to why they suck. But now I'm gonna really focus in on what I think is the biggest and most primary reason as to why they will never get better. Like, I feel like that video was explaining why they're so bad. And now I wanted to talk about why I don't think it's going to get any better. And the biggest reason is truthfully because as consumers, we have a lot of power on what we choose to support. And look, I understand when something is like your favorite property, like Jujutsu Kaisen or Dragon Ball or Naruto, like we love to buy all that shit. Like we all buying like, anime clothes, anime figures, anime themed, whatever, sticker packs, whatever the hell we want to cop. And we're copping all of this shit because, we want to flex. We want to show off for our favorite like shows. We want to show off for like what is a very big part of our lives and our personality, a big passion, right? But the games, on the other hand, is something that always gets a pass that doesn't make a lot of sense to me, right? Because like if one of your favorite manga got a bad anime adaptation, you wouldn't accept that. If your favorite anime or if your favorite anime or manga got a bad live action adaptation, you wouldn't accept that. So why do we accept subpar video game adaptations? Because that's what these are. This isn't like, oh, you get like a low quality toy off a fucking Temu or something and it kind of resembles Goku. Like, no, these are official, like, licensed products. These are official, marketed products with budgets and people that were paid and given express permission from the owners of these licenses to make this shit. I feel like the video games should be treated just the same as any other adaptation. Sorry, my throat's a little dry. So like when it comes to anime, movies, manga, any other spin-off, like light novels, whatever, like we hold them to such a high regard and we hold them to such a high level of scrutiny because these properties are so precious, because they mean a lot to a lot of people. So why don't we have that same energy for video games? Like, it just doesn't make sense. Like, if there was an anime or a movie about Jujutsu Kaisen being made and it looked like how, this game looked, like this would be unacceptable. Like, where's the love? Where's the passion? It would be unacceptable. It would get roasted to hell and high water. And that's not to say that this game isn't getting roasted, because this game is definitely getting its fair share of bullshit. But So did My Hero One Justice. My Heroes One Justice also got a lot of hate online. But apparently it was good enough for them to make a second one. Apparently it was good enough for them to make a second one. And how many times do we see stuff like this happen? You know, how many bad games do we have to get, you know, before we put our foot down? It's like, enough. You gotta stop torturing me. You can't keep getting away with it. I've been hurt. I've been scammed. And I just can't take that shit no more, man. Stand up for yourself. Stand up, anime fans. You deserve better than this. You deserve better. If you can shit talk a fucking terrible Berserk adaptation by Netflix, you can fucking shit talk Jujutsu Kaisen Curse Clash, god damn it. And another thing that we have to talk about, Jesus H. Christ. Holy hell, Jesus H. Christ. Another thing we have to talk about is the people defending it. Look, if you think Jujutsu Kaisen Curse Clash looks gas, congratulations. I'm happy for you. Enjoy what you enjoy. Happy for you. Link up with your homies and do that shit, right? But coming at the people with like a legitimate criticism towards these games. And by the way, criticism is how we all grow, not only as people, but this is how, you know, we can avoid getting bad games like this in the future. Well, I can't say bad. I haven't played it yet. But regardless, the people that are saying that like I can't have an opinion because I haven't played the game yet, like, do you realize how like incredibly ironic that is? Because how can you have an opinion if you haven't played the game yet? Like, you're excited for the game and you think it looks great and you think it looks fun, and that's valid. That's your opinion. That's what you got from the shit that you saw. But I have eyes too, motherfucker. And from my eyes, from what I'm seeing with my ocular receptors, this shit looks ass. So, and I'm gonna say if it looks ass. There's no problem with enjoying with whatever you want to enjoy. Again, I keep trying to hammer that home so that way people can stop feeling attacked. Because I swear to God, like, anime fans are so like sensitive, right? Like, you can't say nothing without them being like, well, you don't have to shit on my parade. Well, you don't have to shit on my hating parade, bitch. I'm trying to be negative. Fuck, let me hate. I don't like the way it looks. Get off my dick. You know what I do when somebody that, when I'm scrolling through Twitter, when I'm scrolling through YouTube, and I see an opinion I don't agree with? I keep scrolling. I don't give a fuck. Why do I care? Why do I care? If I like something, like, another person's opinion doesn't really matter to me. Like, it just really is that simple, okay? And now, of course, on this video in particular, I did misspeak. There will be lobbies in the game. Oh my God, that's crazy. But the fact is that anime games are in a state where that had to be a question. Like, anime games are in such a state right now to where, like, a developer has to announce that they have lobbies in the game that you can invite your friends to. Like, don't you see a fucking problem with that? Like, that should be the bare fucking minimum. That should just be included in the fucking game. And it goes even worse because regardless of whatever adaptation we're talking about with anime games, right? Like, let's say, for example, a manga gets a bad anime adaptation. Well, you still have the manga to fall back to. And generally speaking, there can always be other anime adaptations. We've seen this happen many times. You know, Berserk has had many adaptations. Hunter x Hunter has had a couple adaptations. You know, this happens, right? However, they hold these games hostage with a gun to the side of their temple and say, yo, if this game doesn't sell well, you're never getting another JJK game for as long as you live. You better buy this game whether you like it or not, or you're never getting another JJK game. I fucking hate when developers and publishers do that. They're like, oh, well, you know, if we make another game, it's really gonna depend on if this one sells millions, you know? It's really gonna depend on if I can, you know, fire a bunch of the developers so that way me as the CEO can make more money off of developing this game. If we can do that, then yeah, I can definitely exploit more developers to make a second cash grab game. Yeah, for sure. Like, stop giving them that. Stop giving them that. That's true, Flash. What you said is very true. I love Capcom to death, but Capcom does do that shit a lot, and that shit pisses me off. But yeah, these anime companies will like do the same shit. You know, if this JJK game doesn't move mountains or doesn't have motion, they're not going to make another one. I mean, look at the Demon Slayer game. You know, hopefully we do end up getting a sequel to that game, because I genuinely believe that if they fixed a lot of the problems with Demon Slayer, namely, obviously, like the netcode was very big, and having the game have fucking 60 FPS at launch, like, what do you think? Like, how is that not a thing? And giving more quality of life features around the game, I think that Demon Slayer game could have been one of the best arena fighters ever. You know, so I would like to see them like improve on that, you know? But this game, I'm sorry. There's no hope. Yo, there's no hope. I'm gonna be honest with you. And you know, I made an entire video talking about, you know, arena fighters and why I think arena fighters are good, actually, you know? So you can check out this video right here. I want more anime arena fighting games. The reason why I made this video is because I believe that if done correctly, if done properly, I believe that arena fighting games can capture the greatest amount of scale and feeling that you're in an anime out of any other genre. Like, I think that arena fighting games like should be a staple for anime games, but the problem is that they're so low quality and so low effort, like, that it ends up, you know, scarring us at the end of the day. But the thing is, since we love anime so much, we're gonna keep coming back. It's a never-ending cycle. It's a self-fulfilling prophecy. You know, why the hell would the developers even like attempt or try to do anything different with their games when they can just do the bare minimum and then get away with it? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, it sucks. It sucks. And especially in the case of JJK, man, because I feel like JJK is one of those anime that could potentially end up getting like that next level of like reputation. You feel me? Like, I'm talking like moving mountains, like normies is bumping JJK type. Like, you know, you saw normies bumping stuff like Attack on Titan, you know, Demon Slayer, you know, My Hero, at least for the first couple seasons, you know, like stuff like that. I think JJK could like surpass, maybe not Attack on Titan, you know, that one is kind of crazy, but like JJK could reach those levels in terms of like a battle shonen, you know? And I genuinely feel like having all of the media surrounding that game like is gonna be good, because think about this. If we talk about like the golden age of Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z and shit like that, like I was watching episodes of Dragon Ball Z on Cartoon Network and then playing Budokai 3 after the episode was done. That shit turned me into a lifelong fan. You know, I finished, you know, an episode of Dragon Ball, I'm playing Budokai 2, Tenkaichi. Like, I feel like that shit was like the golden age. Like, the games were fire. You know, like I was watching Dragon Ball, and then my mom was like, okay, you know, it's time to go to your uncle's house for fucking Thanksgiving or whatever. And then boom, I pop out my Game Boy Advance. I'm playing Legacy of Goku 2. Where's that at? Like, where's that? Kids these days, they get done watching fucking Shibuya Incident. They gotta play Curse Clash. They watch All Might, fucking Smash and Nobu. They gotta play One's Justice. They watch fucking Naruto Shippuden. They gotta play Strikers. I know Strikers got its fan base, and to those fan base, I have a gift for you. Look under your seat. They're grippy socks. Look around you. The medicine is wearing off. You're in a white padded cell. You've been going insane for the last 25 years. You're 35 now. Wake up. Come back to us. We miss you. But you get what I'm saying? Like, this is insane. I genuinely feel bad for new age anime fans. Y'all ain't got shit. You know, at least Dragon Ball fans had Xenoverse. Xenoverse is one thing. You know, Naruto fans had Storm for a long time. You know, but what are y'all getting? Yeah, like, it's rough. Like, honestly, if you're an anime fan in this day and age, your best hope is that you get a good gacha game at the end of the day. And now, boom, guess what? You're addicted to gambling. Hooray! You got a good game. But now, guess what? You're addicted to gambling. We got you, motherfucker. You thought you was playing a good game. Nah, motherfucker. We got you. You indebted for life. And then guess what? In about 3 years, we're going to shut down the game servers and everything you ever worked for is gone. Oh, my bad. That shit got real, didn't it? Look, end of the day, demand more from these games. Y'all could do better. If you're excited for JJK, look, I'll try the game out when it drops. I hope I'm wrong. If I'm wrong, I'll be glad to be wrong. That still does not change the point of this video that the vast majority of anime games are just simply not good, and it's never gonna change so long as we allow them to continue abusing us. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Sparking Zero will move mountains.